Zooming over the Coachella Valley, your destination for one of America's most popular resort communities. Follow us on the many wonders to visit during your short visit or extended stay. Visit many cities like Palm Springs, Cathedral City, Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, Indian Wells, La Quinta, Indio, and Thermal. This fertile desert valley is the home for nearly 300,000 people. Things to see for all members of your family besides golf, swimming, and tennis. So sit back, relax, and enjoy what the Coachella Valley has to offer to make your visit a memorable stay. The Palm Springs Aerial Tramway. This breathtaking ride just northwest of downtown Palm Springs carries you from the desert floor to the top of Mount San Jacinto, an 8,500-foot elevation, in about 10 minutes in the world's largest aerial tram. The mountain top is the third largest peak in California. The temperature will drop about 30 degrees from the desert floor to the mountain top, so dress warmly. Lots of hiking trails and a restaurant on the top. The Dinosaurs of Cabazon, a familiar landmark 20 minutes west of Palm Springs off Interstate 10, are the friendly dinosaurs Denny and Mr. Rex, featured in movies and music videos. Work began in 1964 by sculptor Claude Bell. It is free to stop and take photographs. A gift shop is built into one of the dinosaurs, full of trinkets for your pleasure. Cabazon, home of over 150 shopping outlets and recently added 40 more store additions, is a mecca for shoppers of all ages. Located 25 minutes west of Palm Springs off Interstate 10. Plenty of free parking available, open 7 days a week. You can't leave without a purchase. Stroll Palm Canyon Drive in downtown Palm Springs to see the television and movie stars, humanitarians, and sportsmen embedded in the sidewalk, all with connections to this valley. Look at the stars of Elvis Presley, Marilyn Monroe, Nancy Sinatra, Al Jolson, and Liberace. Also the bench statue of Lucille Ball and a sculpture of Sonny Bono, entertainer and former mayor of Palm Springs. Forever Marilyn Monroe, a 26-foot-tall statue, is now temporarily relocated to New Jersey after a nearly 2-year visit here. We are hoping she returns as a permanent fixture soon. The Morton Botanical Gardens were founded in 1938 and are located near downtown Palm Springs. This privately owned arboretum displays all the desert plants as you stroll through the grounds with desert plants for sale. There are 3,000 varieties of plants, open 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and closed Wednesdays and holidays. The Spas of Desert Hot Springs. Relax and get a massage or sit in mineral hot spring baths at many locations in Desert Hot Springs. Famous places include the Two Bunch Palms Resort, and today we are at the less pricey Desert Hot Springs Spa Hotel on Palm Drive. Relax for $3 to $7 fees. Located on a residential street in Desert Hot Springs is the Cabot Pueblo Museum, home of Cabot Yerxa, the first home built in Desert Hot Springs starting in 1941. The grounds are free to roam and tours are offered for nominal fees of the inside of the 4-story Pueblo. The Pueblo structure is handmade from reclaimed and found objects. A lovely trading post gift shop with beautiful Indian pottery, artifacts, and other collectibles. A large 43-foot-tall Indian totem pole is memorable for this eclectic array of art. The Palm Springs Air Museum, located adjacent to the Palm Springs Airport on Geenotry Trail in Palm Springs, is the largest collection of flyable World War II airplanes, featuring the Boeing B-24 Super Fortress and many jets. Docents are World War II veterans who lived through this era. Occasionally look up into the skies of the desert and you will see vintage planes flying overhead. The gift shop has many mementos, is open daily from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Drive an hour to the high desert to Yucca Valley, and a few miles west is Pioneertown. returning you to the Old West. Built in the 1940s for Western movies for Roy Rogers, Gene Autry, and other Western movie stars. Stroll the main street about 3 blocks long with old Western building facades, featuring a school, a church, the jail, and a bank. Watch a Western saddle maker making an original saddle. People live in the small shops. After your visit, chow down at Pappy and Harriet's Palace for good food at reasonable prices in an authentic type Western saloon. The McCallum Theatre is a beautiful 1,100-seat legitimate theater in Palm Desert. It is open year-round with the best entertainers in the world with acoustics and lighting unexceeded. Many featured stars comment on the beauty and the acoustics of this desert jewel. Local greats like Liberace, Frank Sinatra, Barry Manilow, Lucy Arnaz, and Lily Tomlin have graced its stage. Located in Rancho Mirage on Gerald Ford Drive, just west of Bob Hope Drive, is the Children's Museum where children can play with sights and sounds and to promote their intellectual curiosity and self-expression. There are over 60 interactive and inventive exhibits for school-aged children. They can dress up in their own favorite characters and be firemen, policemen, nurses, spacemen, or whatever they'd like. The Shields Date Gardens, located on the border of La Quinta and Indio on Highway 111. Never leave without having a date shake, a rich milkshake. At this store you can purchase many different gifts of dates of all varieties. Dates are nutritional and provide fiber, minerals, and vitamins. The date industry is centered here and in Thermal, Mecca, and Coachella. This simple park in Rancho Mirage is named after the first mayor of Rancho Mirage, Mike Wolfson. Sometimes wedding and graduation photos are shot here, but also it is relaxing to just sit and enjoy the flowers, walk your dog, or walk the trail along this nearby wash. It is located on Frank Sinatra Drive, just east of Highway 111. The Marriott Desert Springs is the largest hotel in the desert and a destination resort with timeshares adjacent. As you enter, watch the beautiful flamingos, offering 2 full-length golf courses also open to the public, and a huge swimming pool and boats in the lobby take you to your rooms or restaurants on site. The hotel is located on Country Club Drive in Palm Desert. The Indian Wells Tennis Gardens is newly enlarged on 54 acres in Indian Wells and is one of the best tennis forums in America. The main stadium court seats 16,000. The major tournament in March is the 2-week BNP Paribas Open, featuring the world's greatest tennis players competing for prize money. Another new stadium court opened in March 2014 and seats 8,000. In addition, there are concerts like the Eagles, Tom Petty, and Andrea Bocelli have performed here, and the National Basketball Association has played exhibition games in the stadium. HITS stands for Horse Shows in the Sun, and this gigantic 2,300-acre horse park in Thermal is one of the largest jumper shows in the United States. Opened in 2007, there are 14 competitive rings and stables for up to 3,000 horses. Equestrian riders, men and women from all over the world, are judged by their grace, style, presentation, and appearance. Admission is free Tuesday through Saturday and $5 on Sunday. The park is located on Airport Boulevard in Thermal, about 45 minutes east of Palm Springs. There is a 6-week run from January through March. The Murals of Indio. There are 9 beautiful historic murals located throughout the downtown area of Indio, depicting life and the history of the Coachella Valley. Visit the Indio Chamber of Commerce and Visitor Center on Indio Boulevard for a self-guided brochure. Other murals can be seen in Palm Springs and 29 Palms, located 90 minutes north of Palm Springs. East of Palm Springs, about an hour, is the Salton Sea, the largest sea within the United States and a popular bird sanctuary. Over 400 species of birds have been recorded in the winter months. there is a small wildlife refuge area. It is California's largest lake, 35 miles long and 15 miles wide, and 332 feet below sea level. Growing concentration of salt have reduced the fish reproduction. Currently, the ecological disaster is trying to be saved. The Joshua Tree National Park is located about an hour north of Palm Springs, and it is a haven for rock climbers and nature lovers. Just watch the mountain climbers carefully climbing to the top, step by step. This park is a vast expanse of rocks, trails, and desert vegetation. A complete driving trip takes 2 to 3 hours if you exit from I-10 east of Palm Springs. You will see a combination of the Colorado and Mojave deserts, a lot of hiking trails and campgrounds in about 800,000 acres of this park. Hiking is popular in the desert. One of the most popular hikes is the Coachella Valley Preserve, about 10 miles east of Palm Springs in Thousand Palms. Lots of easy trails and see an active earthquake fault. A small visitor center is on site with exhibits, maps, trail guides, and help from docents. Palm Springs Art Museum is one of the finest in the West. Located in downtown Palm Springs, the displays change continuously. Many are gifts of local residents sharing their collections with visitors. The Palm Springs Museum has 28 galleries, 2 sculpture gardens, and a beautiful gift shop. Collections include the works of Marc Chagall, Pablo Picasso, sculptor Henry Moore, glass sculptor Dale Chihuly, and native Indian tapestries and pottery. Open Tuesday through Sunday, hours vary throughout the year. Their new sister museum is the Galen Museum in Palm Desert, with outstanding works of art donated by local art patron Helene Galen. Also visit the outdoor Sarkoski Sculpture Gardens adjacent to the museum, located off Highway 111 and Town Center Way, closed Mondays and holidays. We are entering the La Quinta Hotel and Resort through the long palm tree entrance to an old California hacienda-style resort with cute bungalows and pets allowed. This very secluded resort opened in 1926, and it is a destination resort with golf courses, tennis, many pools, spas, and 7 restaurants. The grounds, flowers, and fruit trees are beautiful and worth the ride to simply park and walk around. Check out the small lobby, and it will seem like returning to their opening in 1926. El Paseo. This street features the finest of shopping in Palm Desert. These exclusive shops, art galleries, and restaurants are equal to Rodeo Drive in Beverly Hills or Worth Avenue in Palm Beach, Florida. Famous art galleries include Imago and Coda. Stroll the art and sculptures on the avenue that change continuously. Indian gaming casinos and shows are in Palm Springs, Cabazon, Rancho Mirage, and Indio, and are open 24 hours, 7 days a week, with spas, theaters, golf courses, restaurants, and live entertainment year-round. Hotels are available at most of the casinos. The Desert Memorial Park in Cathedral City is the final resting place of Sonny Bono, former entertainer, Palm Springs mayor, and U.S. congressman, and Frank Sinatra, the greatest American singer who lived in Rancho Mirage. Always receiving bad publicity, but better known in the valley for his generosity to people and friends in need, and performing charity events and a fundraising golf tournament in February named in his honor. Visiting downtown Cathedral City Hall, the IMAX Theater, and the Mary Pickford Theaters. This latter multiplex theater has historical photos of actors and actresses from the 20s and 30s era in a small museum. Stroll the park and fountains with statues of actor George Montgomery and jazz musician and actor Buddy Rogers. The fountain is cut out of stone from Guadalajara, Mexico, and hand-cut mosaic tiles and glass, surrounded by sculptures of bighorn sheep, lizards, tortoises, fish, and birds. Walking distance to some fine local restaurants. Sunnylands is the home of former ambassador and publishing tycoon Walter and Lenore Annenberg and has now been converted into a state museum with tours. Located in Rancho Mirage, it is free to tour the 9-acre grounds and visitor center with over a mile of walking paths. Open Thursday through Sunday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., and closed the months of July and August. The Polo Grounds in Indio. Sunday games are offered January through March at noon and 2 p.m. Located on Avenue 51 and Monroe Street in Indio. There are lovely grounds and rose gardens. There are 12 grass polo fields, 2 exercise tracks, and stables. Practices vary, but free to watch on weekdays. Polo has been cast with an image of formality, but the games here are very casual family events. General admission is free, and the parking is currently $10 per car. As you enter the Coachella Valley, your first sight is the 4,000 separate wind turbines that provide enough electricity to power Palm Springs and the Coachella Valley. Wind speeds have reached up to 80 miles per hour. First models were built in the 1980s. The winds are highest between January and March. The heights of the wind turbines are 65 to 300 feet, and the blades from 15 to 140 feet. That's half the length of a football field. 2-hour tours are available locally by Best of the Best Tours. Located in Palm Desert, the Living Desert is one of the finest combinations of a zoo and botanical gardens in the United States. You can stroll or take a tram to see the wildlife. A petting zoo for the children, see the jaguars, the cheetah, the zebra, giraffe, gazelles, bobcats, golden eagles, wolves, and tortoises with over 500 animals and 1,200 acres. Ride a camel and watch closely for the bighorn sheep. The desert gardens are magnificent. Their gift garden shop sells desert plants, a nice gift shop also, and eating places on the grounds. Many hiking spots and many docents to help you enjoy your visit. Located about 45 minutes east of Palm Springs off Interstate 10 is where General George C. Patton trained his tank corps for desert warfare before going to Africa in World War II. At least 20 vintage tanks for your viewing and a small museum of Patton mementos, books, and photographs. Military exhibits from World War I and II, and the tanks from World War II through Vietnam. Next to the museum is a nice, inexpensive coffee shop diner for your pleasure before returning to the Palm Springs area. Open 7 days a week, 9:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. The College of the Desert Street Fair is an open-air flea market every Saturday and Sunday in Palm Desert on the grounds of the College of the Desert. Stroll through hundreds of booths of clothing, arts, used and new golf equipment, hats, purses, tools, and food courts. Hours are 7 a.m. to 2 p.m.